Greetings everyone, this is Dwell from North, and I'm finally back! And so is Sylvan Elves with a new update. I'm gonna go through a few things first before I jump into this book to show you all the changes. Um, First of all, two things that's changed in the big rule book. That's gonna affect how to interpret stuff here. And first of all, it's that the point cost on everything has more or less been doubled. So the new standard battle size is 4,500 points per army. So don't go flip out when you see the point costs on stuff. It's supposed to be that way, and it's more or less the same. It's just a way to be able to balance tweak more if you have more opportunities in the points. So really, it's nothing different. Bit bigger numbers, but that's it. Nothing more than that. And secondly, all the magic paths has been changed and reduced. So there's only 10 paths now in the whole world of 9th Age. I'd have to admit, at the first I was very skeptical to this, but now read all the paths and I do actually like it more than it was before. It feels like all the paths has been worked on more. They feel more complete than previously. And also, it's not that all the armors can have every path or every lore and like it was before. So, take Sylvan Elves for example. I think we have 3 lores we can take, and all those lores are actually really good, and works with different kind of armies and so on and so forth. I actually played a game 1.2, and I have to say I really like the new magic stuff so far. So yeah, that's what you need to know before going into this book to see all the changes. So I'm just gonna jump right into it, shall we? First of all, I'm just gonna go through the changes because what is this, the third or fourth review I do? So yeah, I don't think we have to go in through everything. First of all, one change is that, yeah, just to clarify, if both players are playing Sylvan Elves, the player that selected its deployment zone places its forest first. So that's just a clarification. Everything is dangerous terrain. We don't have any fighting extra rank in forests anymore, I believe. You can see it at least. Secondly, bouldering both the units with more than half of their model. That's just clarification. Nothing really new there. Rest of Spirits is gone. You'll see why in pretty soon. Armory here, everything's all the same here. Impaling rules, you can still march, you can fire. No quick to fire. No to hit modifiers from cover, and yeah, it's pretty good actually. Otherwise, absolutely nothing new. You know this. If you have played Sylvan, you know all this stuff already. So here we have the Kindred and Aspect Nature. Here's some changes. Here first you see the point cost being increased. Just how it's supposed to be. I'm not sure Oak and Crown should be 10 points though, but I don't know. We'll see if it comes any clarification on that. But to go through the changes, Forest Garden, just point change. Pathfinder, you can have 0 to 2 choices in the army, so you can have maximum 2, so no more Pathfinder spams. And also they gain multiple shots 4 instead of attacks on profile, so that's actually a buff, I think. Pretty nice. Wild Hunter Kindred, just point increase, nothing more, nothing less. Shapeshifter, movement 9. Well, didn't get movement 9 before, maybe not. Ward save is is nerfed to 5+. I do understand that though, because getting a 4+ or ward save with everything else was kind of not overpowered, but really powerful. And here's a thing you will see also pretty soon. The Bears model cannot count both towards the fleet-footed and character categories. We'll get into that pretty soon. Entangling Vines, point increase, and then Oaken Crown. Now there's some new stuff here. It's Tree Father only, Tree Father Ancient only, and the Large Spirit category is increased to 40%. I'll go into that soon. And let's see, range support category is decreased to 10%, and the fleet-footed category is decreased to 15%. So that's, keep that in mind, and I'll just explain everything when we get to that page where it is like that. So, but Oaken Crown is for the Forest Spirit kind of themed armies. Yeah, we'll get to that. Magical items. Not too much changes. It's just as usual. Point cost above Wisken is increased to 100 points, which is old 50 points. It's a bit of a nerf there. Whirling Blade, we lose the +1 armor save and +1 weapon skill on it. So it's just a great weapon with multiple wounds too. It's pretty nice though. A bit pricey, I must admit. I think it's pretty pricey. Other changes than that, it's not that magical standards. Emerald's Banner, it only works on infantry models now. So it's kind of to get away from the OP Thicket Beast Death Star, which was insanely powerful. So here we go to another new thing, Armor Organization. So there's no more Lord Heroes, Core, Special, Rare stuff. Every armor has their own armor organization, and as Sylvan Elves we have characters 35% as before, and core at least 25% as before. Special no limit. Range support maximum 25%. I do think almost everything with a bow counts towards range support, so it's impossible more to do a avoidance shoot army. It's impossible. A 25% ranged is, it's kind of hard on a wood elf army, but it actually works. At least as far as I've tried out. I haven't played too much, so I can't say if it's too. It feels like 25% is kind of little, but yeah, we'll see how it works out, and especially see how the other armies look. I don't know what kind of organizations they have, so we'll see. Fleet-footed maximum 45%. Fleet-footed. There's actually quite a lot going through fleet-footed category. Basically everything with a mount, everything that's skirmish or that flies, I do believe. Large spirits. I think there's only like Treeman Ancient, Tree Father Ancients and Avatars and the Tree Fathers that goes into large spirits. Actually not Thicket Beasts and not Dryads, so it's only the big monsters to negate the monster spam. But yeah, as you saw previously with the Oaken Crown, you can actually raise the maximum to 40% instead of 25%. So yeah, my thoughts on the whole armor organization stuff is generally I do like it because it takes away all the spamming of different units. The only problem I have with this one is I do think 25% range support is it's kind of little. It's a wood elf army, for Christ's sake, and we can't raise it by any means. But yeah, it does force people to take more I will not say more balanced, I'll say more overall is you need something to not go into the range support. You will need to take some infantry, you will need to take some cavalry, you will need to take some other stuff and scoring units and whatnot. So there's a whole new variety dimension that you actually need to take now to have a legal list, and I actually do like that personally. So yeah, it's a big change. Have an open mind, try it out before you say anything, and then we'll discuss it later. So over to the actual army list. Characters, you'll see this is Forest Prince, and this is actually the elven character, so to speak. And then you can choose either to be a Forest Prince or a chieftain, which is a lore hero. They just gather everything in one entry. You will also see that Forest Prince got a tiny nerf. They have leadership 9 instead of 10. And in my opinion, really major buff. The chieftain, I do think almost all the heroes have gotten this, have gone up to 3 wounds, which is insanely nice. Yeah, we'll see how it works out, but in my opinion, I'm probably never gonna use a Forest Prince unless I have a really specific role for him. Mostly because if you look at the stat line and the point cost, the chieftain is almost the same, and in most cases enough. Then sure, Forest Prince can have a lot more magic items, you can kit him out in a whole other way. And yeah, if you want a dragon, you need to have Forest Prince to have the dragon. And here's also a typo, or typo is something else. Characters mounted on Elven Horse, Great Elk, or Forest Eagle additionally count towards the Jungle Gorilla category. Now, I'm pretty certain they mean the fleet-footed category, since we have no Jungle Gorilla category, so I read it as fleet-footed. So yeah, that also makes spamming a bit harder, especially with sure, we have 45% that can be fleet-footed, but we do have a lot that goes into that category. So always need to have all this stuff in mind when you're doing lists. It was kind of hard at first, especially with just paper and pen, and try to do a list, but it's kind of nice. We're scientific. It's like it's like science. Secondly, Druid. A lot of changes here, especially there's no apprentice or master, no lord or hero version. Basically, we have one druid. It has 3 wounds, 170 points. That's old for what, 85, right? And all the wizards have automatically 1 spell from a choice. We can choose druidism, shamanism, or cosmology. All of these 3, in my opinion, are really good lores. And then you actually can add up to 3 spells. So you can have 4 spells, but you pay 50 points per spell. And then to become a wizard master, you pay another 70 points. That's if you want the +2 to cast instead of +1. And also, as a wizard master, you can take more magic items. Tree Singing is still a bounce spell we can buy. Oh, fucking crap, not that again. My stupid computer doesn't like me anymore. So I can't go back. But yeah, you probably saw. Just go back in the video and check all the stuff. Basically, this, yeah, we can kit the spellcasters, the druids, in a few varieties to suit our list more. Personally, I do like that change. And now let's go to the mounts. The current picture. One huge thing, especially in my list, is that the Wild Hunter Kindred now gets the 5+ mount protection, which all Elven horses have. All Elven horses character mounts. I wonder if that's the case. I need to see in the Heath Riders later. But yeah, you go towards the fleet-footed and character categories, of course, because it's a horse, but you do get a crap load of armor save on your chieftains on a horse, and that could be really nice. Really nice. Other than that, Forest Eagles, they've taken away all the upgrades. Not sure why though. I kind of like the upgrades even though I never used them. Maybe that's it. No one uses them. Great Elk, fleet-footed, and yeah, there's has lost the impactist. Did they have impactist before? I don't know. Dragon, still only one choice per army. Oh, boo. I bought my double dragon list back. And it counts towards the Great Spirit category and Rider against the character category, just so your dragon doesn't take all the points from characters, I presume. Unicorns towards fleet-footed, still not a fast cam, right? Nope. I do understand why, but I still wanted that fast cab. I mean, movement 10 without fast cab. Bloody hell. More unicorns to the people! Sparkly unicorns. Yeah, more characters. 3 further ancients. Rest of spirits are gone. You can have 0 to 2 per army. You can all have 1 avatar of nature. Now, one big change is that they all have bounce spell, tree singing, and impaling roots from the start. You don't need to buy them or upgrade. And 3 for ancient. Let's see. Oh, bloody hell, avatar of nature. That's a lot of points. 750. That's 375 for the old. Yeah, it's a lot of points, but still pretty nice, pretty powerful. Same on the ancient as on the druids. You pay for every spell you want. So if you want war spells, you need to pay points for it. You can become a wizard master, pay that point cost. And also you can choose the druidism or divination as paths. So divination, that's a new one. That's something the druids can take, which makes the 3 further ancient. Yeah, for instance, if you really want to have divination as a lore, you need to take in 3 further ancient, or so to speak. So yeah, it kind of gives him another flavor. I kind of like that. So that's the change on these ones. And Dryad Matriarchs and Thicket Shepherd. Thicket Shepherd is completely the same as before, no changes there. Matriarch, the same, except it has 3 wounds, which is pretty nice. It has hatred, and yeah, same here. You need to pay 70 points to become a wizard apprentice, and then you can take 1 spell. You can only have 1 spell. I can't do 2 anymore. So you can have 1 spell for 50 points, but you can also choose to take from divination, exactly like the 3 for the ancient. So yeah, if you do a tree list, you can rock the divination. Let's go to the core. A bit of changes here. First up, Forest Guard. I think it's going to be a lot more used now on. Mostly because the shields are in the point costs now. You don't have to pay for it. They are scoring, which they were before as well, but always good to know. It's only 18 points, old 9 points per model, so it's pretty nice. They do still have that weapon skill 5, which is really nice to have on a core in a core block. And spear and shield, light armor, do have 5+ save now, generic. We can't get 4+ on them anymore though, as you can see. And one upgrade is make change spear and shield for Elven Cloak and Sylvan Blades. So we can change for 2 points more per model. We can give them additional hand weapon. So we get 2 attacks and initiative 6, but yeah, that's actually pretty. That means I need to I need to do another unit with the additional hand weapon. Bloody hell. Sylvan Archers, here is something. This unit counts to both towards core and range support. So Sylvan Archers are range support. The black arrows are auto include now. For 12 points, all 12 points model, now 24 points model, and you do pay less for the first 10, I believe, right? No, you actually pay more for the first 10. Crap. And they are scoring, which is good. They're still the Sylvan Archers that I love, and they always perform. They're just good. They're just awesome. And then let's see, Heath Riders. Yeah, they only get month between 6+. Crap. If they got 5+, it would be insane though. And they can source both core and fleet-footed, so watch out all the calves. Few changes here. They don't have fast cav and longbow automatically anymore. They start up with shield, light armor, and monsters. They have 4+ save, also generic. And then you can if they're scoring, then you can choose to upgrade them for free or just change them. So exchange the shield and scoring for longbow and fast cav. So to get if you want them as chaff, let's do that. If you want them, then you can pay another 4 points more to give them ambush to be the war machine hunters. They're actually pretty good at. So yeah, I'm still liking them. You do have like 3 different options to play them as now, which is I'm really liking that. Dryads, I think the same. No, they're scoring. May take skirmish, but lose scoring, and they can maximum 15 models. They can't take any banners anymore, I believe. You can only take a champion, which is kind of. If you want them if you want a rank and file unit, in my opinion, you should be able to take at least a Mystician and Standard Bearer because of this stupid combat race. But yeah, they don't count towards any specific category, so they can probably be used quite a lot as well. Now here's my favorite, the Blade Dancers. Now here's some changes that's actually pretty huge. First off, basic unit size is 10 models, so it's not 5 as before. They have lost skirmishing, so they are not skirmishing, they're actually rank and file now. Which, when I rank them up, looks really goddamn cool. That's a dynamic unit to have. They lost skirmish, but they gained hard target and light troops. So basically they are as before, but they're not. They're just ranked up. So I'm actually liking that. And one huge thing is that they now are scoring. Scoring Blade Dancers. Turka. Yeah, loving that. It's so nice. So nice. Probably gonna have them in every list I have. Quite a few points though. No, it's still worth it. It's Blade Dancers. Forest Rangers. They doesn't count any specific categories as well, so they're pretty good. They have the Element Cloak automatically now, which is nice. So now they actually do have the 5+ armor save all the time. You don't need to sink more points into them. They are also scoring. Still bodyguard. Still armor piercing. Still immune to psych. And a decent stat line. It's actually really good. Weapon skill 5, 2 attacks each. They are really nice. Yeah, they are really nice. I have to say. Thicket Beast, completely the same as before. Yeah, bodyguard, emboldening buffs, armor piercing, flammable, force walker, otherworldly. They can't take any command group anymore, but otherwise it's the same as before. Fleet-footed. Now we come to the fast stuff. First of all, Wild Huntsman. I think a few changes. Yeah, the shield, you still need to buy a shield for them. The change to go from Sylvan Lance to Sylvan Blades is for free now, so you can choose whether you want the Initiative 6, Strength 4, or the Initiative 5 and Strength 5 on the charge. Otherwise, same as before. I think the point cost is kind of the same as well. Let's see, 56 points to 28. So with shield, that's 31. It should be maybe even less than before. I know. They're still really good though. One thing that I think is changed though on this, which is actually crappy, as far as I can see, is that, let's see, yeah, rider, only the rider gains frenzy, it seems. That would mean that the deer only have one attack now. That's actually quite a nerf. I don't know if that's I need to talk to someone later and see if that's actually intentional. Yeah, we'll see about that. Briar Maidens. They're also kind of the same. I think it's less points. The only less points. The only difference is the spells, of course, since it's new magic lores. The Master of Earth from Druidism is the same as was in the Lore of Nature before. You cast it. It's one change to it. You cast it from any difficult terrain or impassable terrain on the board instead of any hill. Otherwise, it's exactly the same. 1d6 strength 4 or strength 5. I think maybe this one only can hit strength 4. I don't know. We'll see about that. And then we have Break the Spirit Shamanism, which is exactly the same as the old curse. Danish Train 1, Danish Train 2, and -1 to hit. So yes, still really good spells. Kestrel Knights. A few changes here. They automatically have skirmish now. God bless. They do have light armor from the get-go, which is nice. You can exchange a longbow for shield for 4 points a model, which you're probably going to do since 3 normal bows doesn't do too much, and 4+ armor save is actually pretty nice. Yeah, I need to try them out a bit more. My opinion is that they still do have they kind of few attacks. No, they do have the Devil in charge. The rider gets 2 attacks. The Kestrel has 2 attacks. Strength 5 on the rider, right? Because still has so strength 5 armor piercing on the rider. Strength 4 armor piercing on the Kestrel. 4 attacks per model on the charge plus stomp is actually pretty good, but is it enough? Only time will tell. We'll see about that. 4 Seagulls. Same as before, exactly the same, except you can't take the upgrades. Why do you need them? What do you want to upgrade? So if you play them as the best chef in the game as they are. So yeah, exactly the same. Range support. So here we go. Sylvan Sentinels. Starting count 5 models. May add up to 5 models for 30 points a model. That's 15 points, so it's pretty good. They do have the Hawthorne points automatically now. You can make a single unit scout for 2 points a model, and you can give them paired weapons for 2 points. It's not paired weapons, it should be Sylvan Blades in my opinion, but anyhow. Pathfinders. 40 points model, that's 20 on the old one. Still less than before, I believe. They're still otherwise still the same. They have the Sylvan Blades, they have the Longbows, Force Walker, Lightning Reflexes, of course, Skirmisher, Scout, and Master Archer. Oh, they have Scouts. Right. And the Master Archers. Yeah, I didn't play them too much in 1.0. I did try them out in my 1.2 game. I'm gonna try them out more because they're actually kind of growing on me. Really situational unit. They can adapt to many different scenarios, which is really good, really nice. And then we have Large Spirits. Tree Father. As before, Rest of Spirits is gone. Point cost is kind of as before, 240 in the old one. Yeah, a bit more, but now they do have Implanting Roots and the tree singing automatically, and that's actually pretty nice. So I'm gonna try a whole bunch of different list combinations and try them out and see how it works. So yeah, that's the last one from the book. Hope you enjoyed that. And we will see where the change takes us. We'll see how the other. I'm really psyched about seeing all the other books and actually play a lot of games. It's been quite a while since I've been this psyched. It's gonna be really fun to explore. I'm gonna do another review about Infernal Dwarves. If you follow my channel, maybe you've heard all the chat about my Infernal Dwarfs being another army coming up, and that's still on the carpet. That's still what I'm gonna do. It's just not done yet. I've been too busy painting. I've actually been painting a lot of commissions and stuff, so I haven't had the time to actually paint my own stuff. Also, if you wanna follow me on social media, you have Dweller from North on the Facebook now. I'm just to explain what I'm gonna do on Facebook. I'm just gonna post like minor updates about the hobby that I do in general, so I don't have to do a YouTube video about everything, which takes quite a lot of time. It's easier to just take a picture and post it on Facebook, so that's why I started that. Same with Instagram, Dwellers Forge. If you wanna follow that, that's probably where I'm just gonna put up painting stuff that I paint, and even my commissions is getting up there and all that stuff. So yeah, if you want a bit more info, just follow me on those ones on Facebook and Instagram. Otherwise, now I'm actually back for real. I've said it quite some times, I believe, but yeah, it's been quite a few, not that many updates on the YouTube channel lately, mainly because of the commissions and no time, and my computer being messed up. So yeah, more will come though, I promise. A lot more will come in the near future. So thank you for this time, and catch you on the next one.